Did they believe that was the end of the story? There's no way they did. There is a good chance that a statement about Descendants 5 is coming soon. In the world of Descendants, there is always more to find out, even if it seems like everything was wrapped up nicely at the end. What did you think of Descendants: The Rise of Red? The end made everyone wonder a lot of things. That's why we are going to talk about this movie in detail in this video. So stay with us till the end of the video to learn what you might have missed from the movie. Let's get started. The story starts with Uma, a person everyone loves, returning to Oregon Prep. She takes on the principal job while Mal, Evie, and Jay go on a world trip to make deals. From the beginning, it's clear this movie is very moving. The movie pays a touching tribute to Cameron Boyce, who played Carlos in the first 5 minutes. This movement hits close to home because it shows deep respect for the late star. When Uma takes over at Oregon Prep, we are quickly pulled into the emotional core of the story. All of us like Carlos, right? So, the ode to him adds a touching touch that sets the scene for the drama that is about to happen. The scene is an ode to Boyce and an important part of the movie that affects its tone and direction. A strong beginning that strikes a chord with viewers, setting a tone of respect and memory as the story goes on. The first emotional effect helps shape the story, which makes the cliffhanger finish even more important. Heartfelt moments stand out in this scene. Cameron is a daughter of the fairy godmother, Jane, and China and Milan, who plays Uma, are close to her. Cameron played a big part because she was also Carlos's girlfriend. This gives the story more depth and shows how their personalities are connected. They finally agreed to let Princess Red visit Oregon after some reasoning. The story now moves to the magical and mysterious Wonderland, where the Queen of Hearts is first seen. This scene has one of the best songs in the movie, which is nothing short of amazing. The song brings out the magic and charm of Wonderland. In an exciting turn of events, Red gets away from the Queen's forces with Maddox Hatter's help. Maddox Hatter sings a memorable song about making your fate. He tells Red some good things to think about and encourages her to make her path. For this trip, he gives her a special pocket watch. This is not just any watch. It can take you back in time. With this gift, Red can travel through time, which gives her a lot of new options and chances to have fun. Emotion, music, and fiction are all beautifully mixed in this scene, which is a key part of the story. A key line from Maddox Hatter will set the tone for the rest of the movie. He says that messing with time can have results that are hard to predict and could be bad. He seems ready to handle whatever comes his way, though. Surprisingly, Red's mother sends her an offer out of the blue, even though she has let her down again. And Red is excited about the chance that this offer might bring. Along the way, Cinderella and her daughter Chloe are going to Adon to meet Red. While Cinderella goes to the ball, her husband Charming stays behind to meet their son Chad, who is at college. It is the same Chad. As you might expect in a magical world, things rarely go as planned. As the story goes on, the main characters finally meet, and an amazing song that gives a lively recap of the Queen of Hearts sets the scene. The song not only shows what the Queen was like, but it also sets the mood for the drama that is about to happen. Now that something new has happened, the characters' paths will start to cross, which will lead to more adventures and problems as the movie goes on. Someone in this story no longer believes in love and only believes in fear. When Cinderella and the Queen of Hearts saw each other again, everything started. The mean Queen of Hearts everyone knows today was once friends with Bridget, but a terrible joke turned her into that character. In the meantime, the Queen of Hearts is planning a coup to take over Auradon. When Cinderella refuses to follow her orders, the Queen of Hearts says in a scary voice, "Exactly right, my dear," which means she's going to kill Cinderella. Cinderella has a bad ending and dies because of it. This shocking turn of events shows how cruel the Queen of Hearts is and sets the stage for the story's shocking turns. The new Descendants movie is much darker than the others. Also, they find a way to keep the Queen of Hearts from going bad. They have to stop a famous joke that turned her into a bad person. They end up at Merlin Academy, which looks a lot like Hogwarts. Red and Chloe meet younger versions of well-known figures, such as Ella, the young Cinderella, and Bridget, who will grow up to be the Queen of Hearts. This younger Bridget is very different from the older Bridget. She is so incredibly kind that it almost doesn't seem normal. For effect, Bridget breaks out in song to show how much nicer she is than the Queen of Hearts everyone knows. Uliana's collar becomes very important as the story goes on. Pay attention to this seemingly unimportant addition. It will become important in the future. Two important characters, Red and Chloe, know they need to find out Uliana's plan. They track the bad kids to their secret hideout and find Uliana's plan to make Bridget look bad. Red and Chloe learn that they need a special, no-go recipe to stop Uliana's plan. They are sure they can find an important book in the principal's office, so Red and Chloe take a risk and break in. It took a fierce fight to get past guards and obstacles, but they finally got the book. They were about to celebrate their win when Uliana and her friends walked in and caused a mess. The book does have magical protection though. Red and Chloe open it and find that it's magically locked to keep it from getting into the wrong hands. As Chloe says, Red should be the one to open the book, but Red argues that Chloe should do it. Red seems to have changed for the better, so she trusts him now. After Red and Chloe open the book, they use it to go to the future and see if their plan works. They are happy that everything seems to have gone well. Bridget sends magical hearts into the air and meets her daughter with a warm hug. It becomes clear that Red and Chloe's task was successful. The Queen of Hearts did not turn bad, and Cinderella is still alive and well, singing "Life is Sweeter" with her daughter Chloe. Making changes to time seems to be tricky, and messing with it can cause many issues. Even Kylie Cantero, who plays Red, said that story changes didn't always make things better. Things can go in any direction after Uma messes with time. Things can go badly when time travel is involved, which means we may have some problems to fix. One example is that the Queen of Hearts was seen wearing a dress that wasn't all pink, which suggests that her evil side might still be there. Also, Chloe didn't look quite right at the end. Does this mean that there is a bad Chloe in the mix? What's even more interesting is that we missed a joke at Castle, which was their version of coming home. Red and Chloe didn't stop Uliana and her group from getting the book in the original reality. But if they did open it, shouldn't the security have stopped them? Some people think that this means that someone else opened the book, perhaps Ella. Remember that scene where Dizzy is wearing Uma's necklace and looks lost? That jewelry has special powers, so it's possible that Uliana was Ella. Descendants 5 might be announced soon, since there is still a lot of story to tell. There were hints in earlier drafts that this was only part 1, so it's clear that the story isn't over yet. It was clear that there was more to come. What part of Descendants 4 did you enjoy the most? Do share with us in the comments section below. If you enjoyed watching the video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.